Aloha everyone, this is Cindy from Stamped with Aloha and welcome to our final video in our Back on Your Feet series. This week I've been sharing different videos on how to create these 3 super cute cards, and today I'm going to show you how to create a box that they will all fit in. So let's get started. Now first of all, you have to know that I am not a box maker, but I'm going to attempt to show you how to do this, and if I can do this, trust me, you can do this. So we're going to take a piece of 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to start by cutting it down to 7 1/4 inches on one side, and then I'm going to turn the cardstock and I'm going to cut it at 10.5 inches on the long side here. Now the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer is great because we not only can cut and trim our cardstock, but we also can score the cardstock as well. So I'm going to pull that thick white cardstock over, and now I'm going to push the cutting blade out of the way, and I'm going to use the scoring blade to score it at 1 inch. Then I'm going to go ahead and lift up the bar here, and I'm going to slide the cardstock over at 4 3/4 inches. And then I'm going to close that down and go ahead and we're going to score it again. Then I'll lift it up once again and slide the cardstock over 1 inch to 5 3/4 inches. And then we just have one more score mark on the long side of the cardstock, and that's at 9.5 inches. Okay, so that side is done. We're going to turn it around, and on the short side, we are going to score it first at 1 inch, and then we're going to slide the cardstock over and we're going to score it at 6 1/4 inches, like so. Okay, now that all the scoring is done, we can go ahead and take our paper trimmer and just move that out of the way. The next step is going to be to take a bone folder, and we're going to take that and we are going to run that over every single one of those scored lines, just so that it'll make it nice and crisp and easy to fold, so that when we're putting our adhesive, it'll come together more nicely. All right, we'll grab a pair of paper snips, and I'm going to cut from the long side of the cardstock on every single scored line up to that 1 inch scored line. But you're going to do that all along the one side of the cardstock on every single one of those marks. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Now that it's been all cut, take one of the ends. I'm going to choose this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and take a 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to take a tiny little bite out of the end of the cardstock, and that's going to help form the front flap of the box. Then I'm going to start adding adhesive on these 2 little flaps right in the center of the box. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my liquid glue. I'm going to go ahead and add some to this flap here, and then this flap above that's both in the center of the box. And then I'm going to take and just fold up the bottom of the box and line it up with that flap. Let me turn it around so maybe you can see it a little bit better. So I'm just going to line up those 2 corners like that. Just press it down with my fingers. Let me fold this back so that you can see it a little bit better. So now we have the bottom of the box here. So I'm going to fold in the flaps again, grab some liquid glue, put a little bit of liquid glue on each one of those flaps, and then again I'll carefully just fold them in, and they should fold very nicely because we took the time to score them. And then I'll go ahead and just line that up and press it down and just hold it for a minute like so. Can you see that? All right, now once that's glued together well, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the lid. So I'm going to fold in the flaps here on the lid, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue. And then we'll do the same thing where we just line this up, press it down, turn the box, line it up, and press it down. Okay, all the adhesive is done and it looks like everything is glued together well. So now we can just take this box and we can close the lid, and we have a perfect box that will hold note cards. And because we've cut that little half circle on the side, it makes a perfect little latch and an easy way to open up the box. Okay, now we're ready to decorate the box. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of real red cardstock. These have been cut at 1/2 inch by 2 inches. I'm going to stick one of them onto a mini glue dot, and I'm just going to use this to kind of hold these 2 in place because I want to form them in the shape of a cross. And then I'm going to go ahead and after I stick it down, I'm going to flip this over, and then I'll grab my liquid glue to adhere that to the top of the box. So I've got my liquid glue here, and let me just press this down on the front of the box. And it's just going to be a really simple front cover because I just want this to look like a first aid kit. So now that's done. So we're going to go ahead and set that to the side, and we're going to work on something fun for the inside of the box. So I have a stamp here that I'm going to stamp. It's from the stamp set So Sentimental. Let me grab that set and show it to you. But the stamp itself says Sending Healing Hugs, and here's what the stamp set looks like. This is a really great stamp set that has that image in it. And so then we'll take that stamp, and using that same 2-inch circle punch that we used on the side of the box, we're going to go ahead and punch out that image. And then I'm going to grab a piece of scrap Real Red cardstock with a 2 1/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch out a circle. And then we're going to go ahead and use some adhesive to stick these two together. So I'll put some adhesive on the back like so, and then I'll glue that to the red 2 1/4 inch circle. And then we're going to put this inside the box. You could use either liquid glue or you could use dimensionals, but I'm going to go ahead and use liquid glue. And this is just going to be like a little surprise message that goes on the inside of the box. And that way, when the recipient opens the box, there'll be this fun message inside. Now let me go ahead and show you the cards, and I also made coordinating envelopes. So we have our little sloth social distancing card with a 6-foot mark and the words that says, I am here for you. And so that one is so cute, and here's the matching envelope for that. So we'll put that in the box. The next card that we made was the turtle card. This is a pop-up card. I wish I could make everything better, but I hope you're back on your feet again soon. And then we have, of course, the matching envelope for that one as well. And then the final card of this set is this cute giraffe card that says one piece at a time, and it says, I hope things will get better soon. Now this one has an envelope that has another message, and it says, this is not good, with a knot in the neck of the giraffe. So we'll just package all of these cute note cards up in this little box, and there you go, the project is done. Now I want to give credit to Zenny Lucy. She's a demonstrator from Hawaii who gave me the pattern for this box, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to make it today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you all have a happy and blessed day.